Behold, behold this liquid of gold. What friendships are made of, why stories are told. It's beer, we drink it round here. We drink it all the time. We drink it in the morning, in the afternoon or night. Just put it in your mouth, swallow it down. Makes you slur your words and speak a little bit too loud. Makes you better at pool. It'll make you look cool. It'll get you suspended for bringing it to school. Turns a 4 or a 5.
What's up, everybody, and welcome to the pre-podcast intro for this episode. Why are we doing a pre-podcast intro? We've never done that before. Is it because this is a very special episode? Yes. Is it because I forgot to mention a couple of things in the intro? Maybe. But why are we yelling? This is our Brew Day podcast, and I'm really looking forward to it. We had a really good time doing this. But don't forget, Tupelo Con is around the corner. If you want tickets, you need to call us at 662-305-9783. That's our voicemail line. Leave us a message. Let us know you need tickets. All right, so let's get to the other intro to this podcast. This was Brew Day, and it was awesome. It was a little background noisy. It was a little loosey-goosey, but when have you never known us to not be that way? You know? We had people going in and out because we had to check the beer that was brewing, and there was alarms going off, and people talking in the background because there was a few people over here. But, you know, it's all good. It's great. Let's play the thing. You know, the dun 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 dun. Play the dun. Play that. Na 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 dun. Real Bob God. You know what I'm talking about. Play that. Real pop culture. All right. Take two is always a good one.
Always.
We should start with take two.
Take two.
Like,
Just
let that be the
that's
first
what-
one. Just take two.
Just
and
start
we
with
would do
take,
good.
yeah.
Okay. All right, so just a couple quick announcements. We're going to get right to this podcast. I'm really excited about it. We got Chris Ransom here from the Brew Heathens Club, and we're going to talk about making some beer.
Making beer.
Yeah.
We did.
We're going to talk about making beer.
Mm-hmm.
Brewing. It's going to be a lot of... If you ever want to play the drinking game, this would be a good episode to do it in.
Yeah.
A couple quick announcements. Don't forget that we are Killjay, is going to be... We are going to be at Egan's in Tuscaloosa, Alabama, April the 4th.
Yeah.
Then our next stop will be the Amory Railroad Festival. I'm really looking forward to the Railroad Festival. It's going to be awesome. And speaking of Killjay, I've already rang the bell once. We just signed to the Voodoo Roo Talent Group. Really excited about that. That's going to be awesome. Voodoo Roo Entertainment is an exclusive group of actors, artists, and other high-demand public figures that are represented by Lynn Gibson. Lynn is a Real Pop Culture alum. She's been on the show before. Real good friends with her and Big Johnny Blender. They run the Edge Radio US, which we're broadcasted on there on Monday nights at 8 p.m. Central. This is going to be a great fit because when she approached us about it, I was like, if you told me to say two things right on top of your head that Killjay is in severe need of, without even thinking, I would say representation, adequate representation from someone, like this. And number two would be a music video.
And spandex pants.
Giraffe print
Spandex pants.
Yes, that would be if you had 3. So I'm really super excited about this. It's gonna just be more and more opportunities for us, for you to see us and hear us, and we're gonna start directing everybody towards her. If you want to book Killj, if you need some Killj action, let her know, and you can work it out with her. I think it's gonna be great, and we're gonna be talking about that more and more as we go. But back to the Railroad Festival, man, that's closing in.
Yeah.
It's the 21st as we record this intro. We recorded the body of the podcast last Saturday.
3 weeks away.
In 3 weeks, and I just started my training. I just started my Railroad Festival training today.
Late. You're behind.
I can catch up. I'm pretty good.
You're behind.
Yeah, I'm not going to talk about physical fitness, so take your hand back off the dial. I know y'all are fixing to turn it.
I'd already turned mine off. I don't know what you're talking
You've already
about.
quit
I
listening.
just started listening to it.
But no, my bodiotype is considered a mesomorph. You have endomorph, mesomorph, and ectomorph. And if you looked at the diagram, I'm not going to pull it up because, again, I don't want to stay on this long. You would look at that and go, yeah, that's totally you. The good news is you can lose weight pretty fast, but you also gain it. Like, you can watch me gain weight as I eat. It's crazy. But yeah, I'm really going to hit the gym hard. I'm going to dial my diet in. I'm basically going to starve myself. I'm not going to lie. Eat a lot of chicken. Reevaluate my relationship with eggs. I about got burned out on the last time. But yeah, I usually start earlier. And it's not just that I'm getting in shape for the Railroad Festival. It just happens to coincide for that time of year where the sleeveless shirts are coming back out. And you have to start working on the tan again. And,
Get the sriracha flavored envelopes of tuna. They're good.
Really?
Yeah.
See, now that was another thing is a long time ago, back when I was sexy, I burned myself. I overdosed on tuna because it's so easy. It's just easy, quick protein, and I was eating it every day, and I got to the point where I would gag just because I just overdosed.
Get the little sriracha. I know you like hot food. If you get
I love sriracha.
If you get the little sriracha seasoned pack of tuna, and dump in a little bowl with a little tablespoon of Andy mustard and a little squirt of dill pickles.
You need to bring me some.
And you stir it all up and eat it with some clove crackers or maybe a couple of clove
Can't
crackers.
have the crackers, but
you can have one or two.
Good.
One or two maybe.
That does sound good. I'm gonna go buy some tomorrow.
That's good
because I'm all about quick and easy. Yeah. And that doesn't always work with dieting. Quick and easy means fast food, which is terrible.
Right. And I'll see if I have any mustard left.
Yeah, I do need some Andy mustard. So we got the banner on the way. We put that out on Facebook. Did you see that today?
Mm-mm.
Oh, I need to show you that. I'm really excited about the banner this year.
Well,
print out a huge
I probably could have seen. I'm not going to lie. I've been getting so many notifications from people. Hats off to everybody sharing the feed, but I've already seen it 27 times. I didn't want to see it again, so I stopped looking. But and when it popped up, I probably thought it was just another share of the second stage.
Oh, I see. Yeah. This is it's within that, but it's something else. What else was I going to say about the Rural Festival? There was another update. Oh, our next episode of Real Pop Culture. It's going to be a Railroad Festival special. It's going to be it's going to be really cool because I'm going to switch hats from being a podcaster to being a straight up old school DJ, and I'm going to be playing music from all the bands. I'm going to be introing the songs. It's going to be really neat. It's going to be a special episode like we've never had before. Very music oriented. I got a lot I want to talk to you about for the outro, so
okay.
I'm just going to keep this intro short because I'll start talking about it,
oh, yeah,
and I'll just blow the outro.
I just thought of a bunch of stuff, too, that's might make you cry.
Might make me cry?
Yeah.
I'm not ready for that.
Let me tell you later.
Yeah. Voxer it to me after you get home. Yeah, because I want to ask you about... Yeah. I'm going to save the beer talk till after.
Yeah, to the outro. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, let's roll this beautiful beam footage. Everybody, go check out Voodoo Roo Entertainment. Go give them a like and a share, and leave leave a review, and because that whole page and everything, this whole company's new, and she's already signed a bunch of awesome artists. Like, I'm not even gonna try to name them all off the top of my head, but there's a bunch of actors, and we're one of the only. There's only one, I think, one other music act on there, if I'm not mistaken. And I'll list all that off on the next episode. But yeah, go check out Voodoo Entertainment. We're proud to be a part of that. If you're listening to us on the Edge Radio US, what's up? Speaking of which, did I mention Big Johnny Blender is the host of the Railroad Festival?
You did on the last episode, I believe, because I didn't know that. You kept that a secret from me. I found out when you said it when we was recording.
Yeah,
so I had no idea. So I had to.
Which I'm so glad, because like he's got that good charismatic personality, and I have no problem. This is so weird. I have no problems getting up on stage and singing to people, which is weird. Most people are the opposite. Like they don't.
Right.
But I've just done it for so long it doesn't bother me anymore. But I don't like to get up and talk.
Right.
To people.
I got you.
Like, it's most people would much rather talk to people than sing. But like I said, I've just been doing it so long, I'm callous to it. It's like, I don't care. I don't care if you like it or not. I'll just start yelling at you. I'm not really singing anyway. I just yell at people for fun. All right, so here it is, our brew day with CJ, Chris Ransom, hanging out, brewing out. And when we get done, we're going to time travel and talk about the beer we were brewing that day when we did this.
Yeah. Enter time travel music here.
I need to get the clip from Bill and Ted. Was go. Was that Bill and Ted?
Oh, we just done it. That's all right.
No, we did it. It's good.
Good
enough. I wanted to take a quick minute to tell everyone where they can find real pop culture online in what we call The List.
You just made the list!
Thank you, Chris Jericho. You can go to www.realpopculture.com. That's our website. You can listen to episodes right there. You can download the Podomatic app, search for Real Pop Culture. You can download and listen to episodes there. Our Facebook account is facebook.com/realpopculturepodcast. Our Twitter is @realpopculture1. We're on Instagram. Search for us there. We're on iTunes, Google Play. You have to go to Google Play Music and then search for Real Pop Culture. We're on Stitcher, TuneIn Radio, Player.fm. All episodes are re-aired on the Edge Radio US Wednesday nights at 8 p.m.
You just made the list!
You can go to advertisecast.com and find out how you can be a part of Real Pop Culture by way of advertising. You can give us a call on our voicemail line. That's area code 662-305-9783.
You just made the list!
And last but not least, you can always email us, popculture4real, that's the number 4real, @gmail.com. All right, it's Brew Day, and we're all together. We all have a shot.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Prost. Salud. Clink.
Oh. And I'm celebrating St. Patrick's Day today. I know it's tomorrow, but I think we're going to celebrate early. Like if your birthday's during the week and you celebrate the weekend before, the weekend after.
Absolutely.
That's kind of what we're doing. And we finally have in the house, and I can ask you on the air, do you prefer to be referred to as CJ or Chris?
I'll answer to anything except... Shit.
I prefer Lord Commander of the Night's Watch, but I'll answer to Mark.
Right.
What do you prefer to be?
Yeah. We'll go with that. No, I don't care. On paper, I'm Chris, and it's just usually easier to introduce myself as Chris, but everybody who's near and dear to me, CJ.
Well, I feel like I'm near and dear to you.
Man, with this Amory hospitality I'm getting, you better be near to me.
So I'm going to call you CJ then. We have CJ in the house. You are the founder of the new... What are we calling this? The North Mississippi Homebrew Club?
Yeah, as of right now, we're just Northeast Mississippi, and I'm acronyming NEMS. Unofficially, we are the Brew Heathens.
I like that name.
I thought it was cute, catchy.
Yeah, I mean, I think that started out as like a beta name, but
yeah.
I see that sticking because...
Yeah. Well, I just want to keep it unofficial. I think as far as registration and in any kind of homebrew competition or... just any kind of legality format, we keep NEMS, but
Brew Heathens would look good on a T-shirt sticker.
I think it would look really good on a T-shirt and just like you were saying as a beta, secondary.
Well, let me get your origin story. That's a good place to start. What got you into brewing? Like, what's your beginnings?
I knew that this question would come up, and I've been thinking about this. But I remember senior year in high school at Shannon. I was standing there and I was staring off into space, and this guy that I went to school with, he was asking me, he's like, "Man, what are you thinking about?" I said, "I'm trying to figure out how to make money drinking beer." And that was the snowflake that started the snowball down the hillside. I moved out to California in 2014 and met my wife out there, and
she was your wife when you met her? That's awesome.
Yeah. It's a good thing we met. Too.
Yeah. I bet you were looking around forever until you finally found
all the way out to
wife.
California. No, she had pitched to me about getting involved in a brewmaster program at some of the schools in California, and I was like, get out of here. No, I'm not going to get involved with that. And I came back to Mississippi, and one of my friends had gotten he just spent like $300-400, got a basic kit, just the fish cooker and the kettle, and was doing those Brewer's Friend. Is it Brewer's Friend?
Yeah.
The kits.
Yeah, doing the kits, and I'm not gonna lie, man, his beer was horrible. It was horrible. I drank 7 cups. So
you couldn't tell it was horrible by the first one.
Oh,
you needed 6 more.
I mean, come on, man, we didn't care.
By the time I get a buzz, I'm going to tell you what I really think about this.
Yeah. But it totally wrecked my stomach. And I mean, at that time, we had spent the money, or actually, he and his dad had spent the money on just as basic setup as yet, and Starzan and sanitation was not at the very top of that list. And after talking to him, we quickly put it where it should be, and we started brewing little kit beers like that, and then we took a break for a while, and I moved back out to California. I went to San Diego State for a little cert program called the Business of Craft Beer. Got involved with some pretty cool stuff, in those classes, but it was really tailored to a San Diego market, and I was out there for a year, ran out of money, came back home, and just been brewing ever since.
And y'all brew like regularly.
That's church for us. That's church.
Man, like you hit me up this morning at like 9 a.m. and you were like, "Are we starting at 12 sharp?" And I was like, "Yeah, why?" You're like, "Because we're brewing like this. Like you're brewing for breakfast."
Yeah.
That's awesome.
It's our cereal.
That's hardcore, man.
We
What do you do with all this beer?
Well, I'll tell you this. Actually, our reserves are pretty low right now. We've had some of the members coming by trying to keep everybody active, and you got a social atmosphere with 3 or 4 drinkers. Your beer gets depleted.
Yeah.
We've been doing some bigger beers that take a little longer fermentation. We've got a couple lagers, and we've got a big barley wine that we've done. So those are brew days that, I mean, you're looking at a month or 2 before you're drinking those lagers anyway, and
yeah,
of course the barley wine in another year.
Do you have a particular batch that you've done that you're like? For us, we talk about the Raptor Piss a lot. Like, I'm really proud of that. Like, it turned out so good. We haven't been doing it near as long as you, but do you have that one batch that you were like, that was perfect?
We have an Arrogant Bastard clone, and it's not we've got the recipe. We've done it a few times, and it gets better and better every time we do it, but it is nowhere near what Arrogant Bastard is. But I mean, we just haven't named it anything else other than an American Strong Ale. It's liquid gold. It never stays around. We've got a wit that we can do several different ways. We've done it with lemon. We've done it with orange. This last time we done it with grapefruit and chamomile.
What?
Yeah.
Chamomile?
Chamomile. And
that's supposed to help you sleep, isn't it?
My wife's got a lotion. Same thing.
To help her sleep?
Yeah.
I thought chamomile tea is supposed to help you sleep, right?
Well, yeah, no, I know it helps with a sore throat. I don't know what all chamomile is good for, but it wasn't bad in the beer. Of course, I stubbed my toe on brew day, and I wasn't thinking about the addition, it only called for like a quarter of an ounce, and I threw about half in there, and chamomile goes a long way. So it is a.
I'm thinking chamomile tea is supposed to help you sleep.
Maybe.
Yeah. And alcohol, you know, kind of relaxes you.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe we need to do a bedtime beer. We need to do a batch of sleepy time beer.
Kill, I can't have any.
No, but you know, like a beer that you drink like at the end of the night when you're about ready to go to bed. It's like, oh, we'll do one more. Let's do the chamomile.
We could do that with the horny goatweed beer that Kelly wants.
I don't know about that.
I don't know how to.
Zero research.
So how long have you been brewing beer, like total, like in years?
Since 2014.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're a lot younger than me.
Yeah.
I was late to the party.
Well, I mean, it was only legalized in Mississippi in 2013.
You know, we were talking about that in the last podcast. What are and we probably should have checked on this before we started brewing beer. But what are the regulations? Are there any now on brewing
as far
beer?
as homebrew?
Yeah.
I think.
Is there any regulation at all?
I think you can't brew more than 200 gallons a year. But
I'm good, man. How about you?
I don't know how well that's enforced.
Yeah.
And
But it feels fun, but because it feels like we're getting away with something we shouldn't be doing, even though it's probably 100%
well,
legal.
I think that's just the new of it all. You know,
So how long has it been legal?
since 2013.
Since 2013? So what was it before then? You couldn't do it at all?
Not in the state of Mississippi and Alabama. I think were the last one.
But
don't quote me on that.
The longest time, I thought that like Jimmy Carter's brother.
Yeah, it was Jimmy Carter. I think it was in the Carter administration that it was legalized federally.
Billy Beer. You remember Billy Beer?
Oh yeah,
That was his brother,
his
wasn't it?
brother. I think the '77 Jimmy Carter signed the bill,
But it was a federal
federal thing,
Yeah,
and the state
so-
law is what.
But you were still
Yeah.
limited on your amount, your
Yeah,
volume.
but I don't know how that's enforced.
Because you can legally
or if
make
it's one of
moonshine,
those- Yeah.
but it's only like a few gallons.
No.
Yeah,
I don't think you make.
Yes, you can.
I think you can.
Can
I'm
you?
not. I'm not 100% on moonshine.
I'm not making any.
I don't really dabble.
You
with a
know,
lot of
that's one
spirits.
thing I've made wine. I started out making wine.
We make wine too.
Which is weird. I don't drink wine. But I've been told that my wine is really good. Probably because it's like this terrible redneck recipe that's just pure sugar, and that's what most people
As long
like.
as it's not baker's yeast, you're good.
Well, I started out that way because I didn't know the difference,
Little
but
Fleischmann's
I learned as I went. I started out making wine, and I felt fine making wine because if you screw wine up, you'll know it.
Oh,
It'll
yeah.
it'll smell like dirty socks, and you're like, okay, that's
Yeah,
bad.
I mean,
that
you
messed
can-
that up. Beer, you know, it's fine. You mess up booze, like if you really screw up liquor, you can like go blind.
Yeah.
Like you can kill somebody.
That's what I don't want to mess.
So
with.
I'm scared of it.
Yeah, I can definitely buy commercial spirits.
Yeah, exactly.
I can drink homebrew, but I can buy commercial spirits.
I don't like moonshine anyway. I've drank moonshine. I prefer my whiskey in a barrel 10 or 12 years.
I prefer my beer in a barrel for 10 or 12
and I
years.
don't have that much time, so I just go buy it.
Yeah. Yeah, Jack Daniels pretty much nailed it on the first run, so I don't really feel a need to compete with them. They pretty
I
much
concur.
They pretty much got it nailed down.
Yeah,
and
I like Jim and I like Jack. I'm a big Woodford Reserve drinker. I like Woodford Reserve.
thumbs up on that.
Out in San Diego, Alpine Brewing, name drop. They have a robust porter that was aged in Woodford Reserve barrels. I had to go get some of that. They were selling them in 300 milliliter bottles for like $15,
Oh wow.
worth every penny. And I was talking to the brewer, and he said, "Yeah, when we got all those Woodford Reserve barrels in, he said there was enough that everybody took like gallons of Woodford Reserve home."
Nice.
I was like, man, it would be a good day to work at a brewery.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like Woodford. Woodford's good.
Woodford's good.
Well, it's like I was talking on the last podcast. Imagine if you lived around Kentucky when they were just throwing the barrels out, and people figured out that there's still 2 gallons of liquor in the wood, and they were doing their own devil's cut.
I'm gonna say that was probably a quiet secret held by you.
Oh, yeah, don't tell anybody.
Yeah.
It's like they didn't find out till like 2017.
Yeah, they've been making it steps in 17.
And they found out through their fans, like through the people in the community. Like, what? You're getting
free
we're
booze?
throwing away booze? Wait, let's do something. Well, today is brew day. We've been brewing a kind of a double batch.
Oh yeah, double batch.
Yeah.
What do you think so far?
I was really impressed with how you guys have done that.
We're a little primitive.
I've never done a second running, so it was really interesting for me to sit in on that.
Yeah. Y'all have a electric setup now. Tell me a little bit about that. I've never seen that in
Okay,
action.
so we have the Robo Brew, which is a 5-gallon setup.
You got like
it
Bluetooth
does.
and shit on that, or what?
I'm sorry.
Wi-Fi brewing.
It's
Artificial
almost.
intelligence.
We got Bluetooth connectivity. No, I'm kidding. I mean, it's a glorified coffee maker.
Wow.
It looks like a trash can. It's a big stainless steel cylinder that's got a little digital input screen on it for your time and your temp. We love it. It's really changed our brew day as far as home brewing goes, and you know we've toyed with the idea of going pro over the next few years and just keeping that on as just a little test batch pilot system.
Yeah.
I mean, it really consolidated our footprint. We're not transferring to a mash tun. We're not transferring. I mean, we do have a cooler for lautering and sparge, but that's it.
So it's helped you really dial in your recipe.
Yes.
So like if you want to go back to a certain thing you did, you can replicate it like almost perfectly.
Yeah. I mean, when you get into too many variables, I mean, it's harder to replicate. It's harder to make the same accident twice.
Yeah.
So I mean, if you can consolidate your footprint, keep everything where it's at in one run, you're definitely minimizing mistakes.
Yeah.
That and Beersmith has changed our brew day a lot.
Yeah.
And I know Kim's talked to you about Beersmith rather.
Yeah, I downloaded it and we looked at it, but like I was telling you earlier, at this point, and we will soon, because trust me, I wish we could duplicate what we did when we made the Raptor Piss.
Yeah.
And we probably can pretty close, but we're not like trying to save recipes. Like, we're not worried about consistency so much at this point in the game for us.
No, I get it.
But we will get there.
There's a lot of homebrewers with the same outlet.
Like, I almost, for me, I can't speak for Anthony or anybody else in the homebrew club or Carlisle. I kind of like the little element of surprise to see, because I think if you have your recipe dialed in perfectly, there's a lot of advantages to that. But the advantage, I think, for what we're doing is when you're surprised by something. You're like, I didn't expect that. Like, I didn't see that coming, or I didn't know that was going to smooth out that way, or I didn't think the hint of this would come through as much, or and I think if you have your recipe dialed in perfectly, you almost know what to expect, right?
Right. And for a long time, my goal has been to either open a production brewery or a brew pub, and here lately it's been the brew pub more than the production brewery.
In
So
which
I've
case,
been
consistency
chasing
would be
consistency,
important.
yes.
Yeah, that would be very important.
Yeah, and I'm a little bit of a purist. I don't get too crazy with my recipes, but I love people that do. I've got several friends in the club that they want to throw as much as they can at it. Comes out great, comes out wonderful. I would rather stick to the simple stuff myself and nail it.
Yeah.
And be surprised to get those awesome beers from somebody else.
Now, tell us again what you brought out here today for us to sample.
So I brought
dude, I'm gonna tell you and I've been drinking a while, and I got some Irish blood in me. You can tell by this beard right here; it's not fake. I can handle some alcohol, but just in a little few sips, I was buzzing pretty good.
So the first beer that we sampled was a Belgian quad. We had gotten our hands on some really good Belgian yeast that was starting to go out of date, and we put it in a starter, brought it back to life. We done a full run, a Belgian double, triple, and then a quad, and we were very, very surprised at how well each of those beers turned out. The double was actually done before we got the Robo Brew, and then the triple was the second beer that we had done on the Robo Brew, and the triple came out crystal clear, crystal clean. We put 2 pounds of honey in it, and it's almost mead. And then the yeast being as good and as clean as it was, I told the guy I brew with, I said, we got to keep it going. We need to do a quad. So I got the recipe together. I think that recipe we put dry malt extract in it. I don't think we did anything crazy as far as like rock candy or anything. I know rock candy went in the double.
Yeah.
But I think we went heavy on some dry malt extract to get that booze level up, but it's about a 10% beer.
Okay, so the people that don't know the difference, like, what exactly do you mean by single, double, triple, quad? Like you're going one more of what?
It's doubling the amount of sugar. Okay, so you got a single, and then you double the amount of sugar, and then you triple the amount of sugar, and then quad is 4 times.
And you don't have to adjust the yeast to be able to hang with that, or
no. The yeast is constantly building through those brews. It's getting stronger. It's getting, as long as you're taking care of it, maintaining especially in like a harvest situation.
Yeah.
You're getting rid of your bad yeast, your dead yeast cells. And you're wanting to pitch those good, healthy, active yeast on top of the next brew.
I know that, like, in our fermenter, when we're done, you've got this cake at the bottom that's just insane. Mm-hmm. In a quad, like,
well,
that would have to be like a
here's the thing.
Of just crazy.
I can't remember
slurry.
exactly what our pitch rate was for the double, triple, quad, but I'm almost certain that we would have had to. We would have almost certainly pulled the yeast off the triple, rinsed it, cleaned it, separated all the bad yeast cells, and then pitched clean yeast at it. It would have been a lot smaller cake, is what.
How do you know how to separate bad yeast cells?
Okay, so you ferment in buckets, I'm guessing.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so you pull all your beer out into a keg. And you've got that cake sitting down there.
Yeah.
You've got probably a little bit of beer on top of it.
Yeah.
Take your bucket, swirl it around, get it all slurried up, and then pour it into. We use a lot of mason jars.
Okay.
We've got like a 1 gallon kind of what your meat is in that bubble type. So we would pour every bit of that into that, and then top it off with water.
Okay.
And over the process of a day or two, all of that yeast will separate, and you'll see it into little layers.
Oh, okay.
And at that point, we'll decant off everything, and then pour it into like much smaller vessels to keep yeast.
See, this podcast that I'm doing is not just for entertainment; it's for research purposes. Absolutely. I'm going to go back and listen to this because I didn't know about that. We haven't got that fancy yet.
Yeah, you guys got to sit in on one of our brew days. We've got
absolutely.
We've got yeast stacked up in our little cooler, and got hops all vacuum sealed and beer on tap.
Oh,
There you go.
oh!
So, just for the cream on the crop.
Invitation accepted.
I'm there. Too small.
Ow! You twisted it too.
But the
hard.
other beer that I brought was the Russian Imperial Stout. That beer is kind of my baby. I put it together as an old Rasputin clone, and in secondary I had soaked cocoa nibs in white rum for a few days, and
Bacardi.
as a matter of fact, it was Bacardi, and layered the bucket in the secondary with all of the cocoa nibs and rum, and then racked the Imperial Stout on top of it and let it sit for, I don't know, another 2-3 weeks maybe, and then we bottled from that.
I was going to ask you about racking. How important is that? I know it's important for clarity, but how important is it for taste?
Well, you're definitely getting it off.
I didn't slur that word at all. Okay, maybe I did a little.
It's okay.
I missed a syllable, but you get the point.
I mean, depending on your beer, depending on its fermentation cycle, I mean, it's sometimes not necessary at all in a homebrew capacity.
Yeah.
But if you with your bigger beers that are going to sit in the ferment, like your barley wine will probably sit in the fermenter for what, 5 weeks?
Yeah.
I would rack off of that yeast because you don't want all of those bad yeast cells giving off any off flavors in
The fart smell.
this probably expensive beer.
Yeah.
That's not even.
We have a question from the audience.
Not to interject, just what do you mean by rack?
Rack is transfer from one vessel to another, like from one bucket that it's already sitting in into a
Take it off the cake.
Yeah, to get it off of that yeast and let it finish its fermentation process.
Right on. Okay.
But it makes for a cleaner delivery on your palate.
Yeah, I know back in my winemaking days, like, again, I got like a redneck wine recipe that I used, and my wine turned out dirty. Like, it was dirty, but everybody liked it. It tasted okay, but I started looking into like racking. They're like, well, so many weeks in, if you re-rack it, basically you take it out of the, I had a little siphon method that I used, and it gave it more clarity. And I tried that once, and I was like, it looks a lot better, but
yeah. So I was telling,
it doesn't really taste different.
Yeah.
I was telling Chip earlier. Yeah, I mean, think of your yeast as a living organism.
Mm-hmm.
So what it's going to do is it's going to eat the fermentable sugars. It's going to fart CO2 and piss alcohol.
Is that why there's a fart taste in the cake?
Yep. So this being said, a living organism, alcohol is not the best environment for it to live in. So it's constantly trying to separate itself from the alcohol that it's producing.
I would too. I wouldn't want to live in my own farts.
Yeah,
and
I
piss.
mean,
I'd try to get away
you don't
from
want to
that.
lay in a bathtub and fill it up with your own pee and then lay in it.
I mean, I don't want to. I have a few times, but not by choice. So yeah, I see where you're going.
You didn't have to. You chose to.
I didn't choose to. It just happened. Okay, it's not my proudest moment. Let's continue.
So this being said, it's not the best environment for yeast to thrive in. So they will eventually die off. So getting it off of those dead cells, again, leads to a better flavor, a better delivery on your palate. Makes for a cleaner beer.
Yeah, and there's different kinds of, obviously, several different kinds of yeast, but some of the yeast can live longer.
Yes. You get into your different yeast strains. They have a better attenuation than others, and it's like you wouldn't use a yeast that's designed for a pale ale to ferment that barley wine with. You would want something that's got a higher attenuation rate. You would want something that's got a higher alcohol tolerance, so that it can thrive in that situation.
Yeah, that was one of the first things I ever learned in making wine, is that going back to baker's yeast. I thought yeast is yeast. I mean, it's a living organism. It does
That's what I was thinking.
it does the thing, and it will get you there.
Yeah.
But it's dirty. Like baker's yeast is dirty. It's nasty. It's not the best thing for brewing.
Yeah, I wouldn't suggest it.
Yeah, it's good for toilet wine.
Some of the
Trash
beers
bag.
that are made that are known for a flavor profile, they get some of that flavor profile from the off flavors from the yeast. Well, all flavors. I say all flavors. The esters is what it's called. They get it from the yeast. If you use a different yeast, that beer wouldn't be what it is. Right?
Yeah, yeast strains are definitely designed for a beer profile. I mean, the most common wit on the market is definitely a Blue Moon. What you're tasting, what you're getting out of a Blue Moon is definitely a yeast derivative. That is a yeast forward beer. Now,
Okay.
Blue Moon.
Blue Moon.
That banana-y taste you get.
Yeah,
from a
banana, clove.
clove comes from the yeast.
Yeah. But Sam Adams Oktoberfest, that's a malt forward beer, and you're going to get a lot cleaner lager yeast that is designed not to be the star of the show in that beer.
And so, like an IPA, the yeast would be kind of on the back burner.
Yes,
Because the hops go forward.
Hops are the show in an
Yeah.
IPA, American IPA. Well, IPA period.
Yeah.
In recipe design, I'll know what beer I'm making as to what yeast that I'm going to use. I mean, I have a few substitutions in mind in case for some beers, but for the most part, I know what I'm going with. I know what yeast I'm using to finish that recipe.
Well, let's get back to talking about the homebrew club. We've had 4 meetings now. I missed three. I missed one of them.
No,
I was at the first one and the last one. I missed the second one, I think. What's your vision going forward for the homebrew club?
I
What would you like to see happen?
really want to bring a bunch of guys together who can share a lot of the same interest, a lot of the same knowledge. I really want to take a novice brewer and make him a better brewer. I want to take your average brewer. I want to make him a better brewer. And the best meeting that we had was the February meeting. We had 18 people show up, and I was telling everybody, I said, look, I'm here to get you to brew more.
Yeah,
that's what I want to do.
You've definitely lit a fire under us because we thought we were cool because we brewed beer like once a month. And like, for example, this morning when you're like, it's 9 o'clock in the morning, I'm brewing right now. I'm like, we suck.
We brew an average of 5 times a month.
We need to brew more beer. Why not? It's great. I love it.
We brew an average.
Let's do
of 5
something we
times.
love a lot more. Is that too much to ask? Look at me.
Talk to my wife.
Let's do something we love to do more often. Is that okay?
Let's do it.
But I mean, it all makes sense too. I mean, you can't put together a $60 recipe and brew that 6 times a month. We brew, and after getting in the habit of harvesting yeast and buying hops in a bigger volume, we're averaging $20 in grain and yeast, hops, the works a brew day.
Yeah,
20 to 30 on average.
On average, we kind of did the math. If you drink craft beer, which is not cheap,
Right.
you're saving a lot of money by making it yourself.
Absolutely.
A lot.
Absolutely. It's the time. I mean, you take anybody, and we live in the South, man. Cooking is gold. Everybody cooks. Everybody takes pride in being, a grill master in their own yard.
Yeah.
Everybody takes pride in putting together a dish on the stove. It's the same concept, man. You make your own beer. You want to do it as well as you can.
Every time that does that, you owe us a beer.
I have to put hops in. That's what it is.
Oh, I thought somebody was calling you.
No,
You're
I-
excused.
That means I put
If it's for the alarm for the brewing process, then you are excused for that. But if your phone rings because somebody's calling you, then you owe us a beer. I lost my train of thought. What were we talking about?
I was lost too.
I think beer is good. Okay.
True statement. We were talking about your vision of the brew club. You want
yes.
more people to brew more.
Yes, I definitely want to get people to brew more. I would really appreciate the club having more of an impact on what craft beer is in a dry market for craft beer. And I say that I know craft beer is starting to take off in this area a little bit, but it's behind in the time.
Yeah.
Sorely behind in the time.
Yeah. And I think I've heard you talk about, wanting to get into brewing competitions and stuff like that. What's your vision for that?
We, as a matter of fact, the club is putting together several different recipes of a rye IPA to enter in a competition in May. So we've got a member who's from Texas. He's going to be driving back to visit family or such, and any beer that we want to enter, he's going to drop off for us.
Oh,
So the
nice.
competition's
In Texas, Houston.
Texas.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
And I know after we talked about putting together the raw IPA, I know. All right, so Yoda brewed one for sure. We've got another guy named James that brewed a rye. Zach has brewed a rye. Corey's brewed a rye. We've brewed a rye. And I feel like I'm forgetting somebody, and I'm sorry. But I know we've got I know, Daniel Weldon. He said he had a few ryes that he might bring up for tasting and comparison.
They're probably going to have to incorporate weight class divisions like they did in the UFC to make it fair. Because if Mark Fancher's entering a beer making competition, it's just not going to be fair for anybody else unless he's like, the heavyweight or something like that.
Right.
You're going to have to incorporate like class, like
Seasoning.
yeah.
I got a question.
Yes, sir.
What do they do in those competitions? What do they do to differentiate?
Okay, so
Like,
this.
what's everybody's big main goal to differentiate from this beer from somebody else's? And is there categories? Like, is there IPA? Like, I'm a little bit lost on a lot of this. So,
As of right now, I guess everything that is being entered is a rye IPA. Now, I'm not sure what all they're chasing as far as the profile development. They're probably, it being a rye, they're probably gonna want to see how you showcase the rye in that IPA. It being an IPA, they're gonna want to know what kind of hop profile you've got. Outside of that, I'm not sure. I haven't really messed with a whole lot of rye. I'm not a big rye drinker. We put one together and it's come out okay. We actually sampled it last night. I'm not sure where it's going to go, but we've got 6 bottles bottled up to. We're going to do an individual entry just because the club's not registered yet.
So you're entry.
Yes.
Okay. It's a rye IPA specific contest.
I was telling you earlier about that rye, that 3 Blind Mice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, so it was
So-
very potent. So are most rye IPAs like stronger than your normal?
Yes,
or-
it's a very distinct flavor profile. I mean, you're not going to get more fermented out than you would anything else,
Okay.
but you're going to get a different beer and a different flavor profile just from the rye. The rye is supposed to deliver like a peppery
Right.
kind of profile, earthy, very earthy. You were asking about like guidelines or specific what they're looking for. There's a program called BJCP, I can't believe I'm forgetting that. It's a judging program, and all of these guys go through this program to be a BJCP judge, and that's who will be sitting in judging the beers that are entered. And what they'll do is they'll run in like a flight of beers, probably 5 strong. They'll try it. They'll say, okay, this one. They'll vote on the flight. Okay, this one's good. Take the rest away. This one's good, and then they'll just narrow it down that way.
All right, here's my question.
Yep.
It's a totally generic question, but I like it. If you were stranded on a desert island for the rest of your life and you could only have one beer, like a commercial beer, to drink for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Something cold.
Cold? Well, I don't know. Those beers you brought today were better at room temperature. Some of those like higher alcohol beers work better for some reason if they're not super chill.
We in San Diego, we were asked to fill in a Desert Island 6-pack. And I never could fill one up because being in San Diego, I was new to a whole lot of beers that I'd never even seen or heard from. But
Well, let me make it easier for you. What's your favorite style of beer? Like, I'm an IPA guy.
that doesn't make it easier.
It doesn't make it easier.
No, okay, so Firestone Walker is a brewery in Paso Robles, California, and they make my favorite IPA. It's a Union Jack IPA. It's crazy hopped up. I mean, I can't even mimic the brew. So crazy. It's won like best in show like twice in a row or something. It's phenomenal. It's in the Desert Island 6-pack for sure.
What about something you could go to Kroger and buy? Or, something easy accessible to everybody, basically. Ranger or something like that.
Like, for me, for example, mine will be the Hopsecutioner. Because I'm an IPA guy. And that's
honestly, and
obvious
this may throw you for a loop, but Yingling.
Huh.
As far as easy to get to, as far as accessibility, east of the Mississippi, it's a Yingling.
Yeah, I agree.
It's a good beer.
Great beer.
I mean, I know that they market as the oldest brewery in America,
Which has been a good marketing.
but here's what's not on the can. They're also the largest craft brewery in America.
In that...
Are they owned by Budweiser?
No, Yingling is
Okay.
Yingling is their own. They
Why
they work with a lot of Budweiser distributing.
I actually worked with Budweiser for a little while. I didn't work there long enough to learn anything about beer,
Right.
but I learned what sold and what didn't. That was about it, really.
I got you. I worked for Mitchell.
I did for a while.
Yeah.
You work for them now?
No, not now. No, I worked there before I went back to San Diego
Okay.
a couple years ago.
Cool.
Yeah. But yeah, probably Yingling. Definitely. I mean, as far as As far as pricing and availability,
Yeah.
why not?
Is there a beer you won't drink? Like for me, it's the, I've talked about it on here before. I do not like Bud Light at all. I just can't do it.
I
Is
cut
there a
my
beer
teeth
you-
on Bud Light.
A lot of people
remember-
love it. I just can't do it. I
I
don't know.
remember drinking before I was old enough to drink, or legally, Bud Light and Corona.
That's a very different.
I don't-
different.
I don't think I can answer that question on the air.
On a beer that you wouldn't drink? That's the
A
question.
beer that you refuse to drink. That's
I can't
Well-
answer it on the air.
Beast.
all right, man. Well, shit. It's been a long time coming. I'm glad you came out and hang out with us on Brew Day. You get to podcast with us. It's the day
Absolutely.
before. It's the day before St. Patty's Day. This is awesome. We need to make this a regular thing. And
I'm about it. I'm
Yeah.
about it. Let's go ahead and talk about the next meeting though.
let's do it.
Absolutely. Yes.
As far as where, we are talking about meeting at Mark Fancher's Pavilion,
Dagobah,
Dagobah. So
which is where Luke Skywalker got his training to become a Jedi.
this is true. It's very true.
Same place.
It's the gospel.
Exact same place.
The gospel.
Oh,
Do or do not. There is no try.
So I talked to Mark yesterday, and he has confirmed that it is still a go. As far as getting out there, he ran down the directions, but it was right turn, left turn, right turn, left turn, and it's going to be easy enough for everybody to meet at Trost and Prost, Dagobah,
Yeah.
and follow Yoda, Mark Fancher, out to his place. I know that we're going to have people that work a little later, can't get out there at 6 o'clock when he's closing up. I'll try to get him to stay till 6:30, and I will have a post in the Brew Heathen thread, letting
Yeah.
everybody know what's up. what's
If you're
going on.
interested in joining the homebrew club, let them know how. What are your like? For me, like I was surprised at the first meeting how many people were there.
Yeah,
This has obviously been something that people have been wanting to do for a long time.
Absolutely, and honestly, the best way to reach out is to me on Facebook. If I don't know you or you don't know a home brewer, reach out to me. I'm Chris Ransom at Facebook, and I'll get you all the info coming forward.
And if you search Brew Heathens on,
can't find it, it is now a private thread.
so you have to be invited.
Yeah, things like
You have to be special.
if we had put Mark's address on there, I just
Good
want
point.
people,
Yeah.
don't need
You want
people
some random
knocking
people
down.
showing up. Hey, I heard y'all got some beer.
Exactly. And I know moving forward,
Stormtroopers. You gotta watch out for them.
yeah. And I know moving forward, we're going to try to meet at people's houses, so there will be address listings, phone numbers, and
Yeah,
just want people privy to that page.
I got you.
So how do we become a member of the home?
Well, you're talking to
The potential president.
well,
We haven't voted
Yeah.
yet, but
we do need to hold elections sometime soon. I'm hoping for a May meeting vote. I got a copy of the bylaws for the Golden Triangle Brew Club, and I'm actually going through to see if there's any space for amendments that we can apply, or something that doesn't fit for us specifically. I'm going to bring that up at the next meeting. Of course, we're doing the rye IPA tasting, so it's a BYOB event.
Yeah, that's cool. Because the ones I've only been to 2 of the 3. We could order beer, but we couldn't bring beer.
Right.
This is all.
To join
This is all bets are off. Everybody in the brew club brews beer, and they're going to bring beer to this.
Yeah, I know.
What I'm trying to say is I need a DD. If anybody's listening, try me.
Yeah, where is Uber?
Lyft.
So I mean, I kind of did that by design for a little bit. I mean, there's no real mutual location for everybody that's convenient that we can bring alcohol to, and I also wanted to spurn a little bit of activity in their brewing, so that when it was, you can bring your own, you had something to bring.
Yeah. Yeah.
And now here we are. We've talked about this rye IPA, so everybody's gonna get a sample, gonna try it, vote on like our best in show.
I feel like we're going to be so happy about being able to bring our own beer, and we're not going to want to go back to like meeting.
No, I think
restaurants and stuff.
I think we're on the upward swing now.
Yeah,
I really think.
I think so too. It started off with a bang. Like I said, that first meeting was packed.
Yeah.
You couldn't have got anybody else in that room.
Yeah, that was horrible.
The pizza party.
There was no more room.
The heat in that
was
room
warm
was
in there,
bad.
yeah.
And I apologize. I really, when I set that meeting up, I thought it was full service. I didn't know that we'd have to get up and like go buy individual beers or food. I figured we'd have a waitress taking care of us. And
I don't think they understood the impact. They was trying, but they just couldn't keep up.
Yeah,
The girl couldn't keep up.
Yeah.
It was great pizza.
Yeah.
Food was great.
yeah,
They
it was amazing food. Amazing
They just
food.
couldn't keep up.
Steele's had a much better turnout that second meeting.
Yeah.
And we had this nice elongated table. Of course, you couldn't hear at this end what was going on at this end. And vice
Yeah.
versa.
There was like multiple meetings at one time.
I never sat down the whole.
Yeah, he was like,
Yeah.
I was.
You know, if we ever have another meeting that's the size of the last meeting that I went to, like I would like to, with of course everybody's permission, turn one of our meetings into a podcast.
Absolutely.
Like if we
I'm
hung
all about it.
microphones around with
Yeah.
you know my editing,
yeah.
I could turn that into a very interesting podcast for people that you know like to brew beer.
I'm about it. We can definitely talk about it at the next meeting.
I think it'd be cool.
Yeah.
Now, if it's a huge meeting and there's like a ton of people there,
Yeah, you're going to get a whole lot of back noise.
Yes, but there was. I mean, for the amount of people that was there last time,
For 18 people, you could definitely do a podcast like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah,
We could have done one because we was talking about stuff even at the last one. It was just me, you, and I think it was Zach and was it Drew.
Mm-hmm.
We was talking about stuff right there just between us four. That would have been a good segment on the podcast.
yeah, for sure. Well, is there anything else you want to plug or shout out to, or anything else you want to talk about before we close up?
I mean, you know, we definitely got meeting. We're meeting every month. Like I said, we're gonna shoot for this election in May. That's what I'm really hoping. I just want to see everybody brew. I want to see as many people doing as much brewing related activity as possible. I mean, this is what I've tried to tell everybody is this is not my club. This is not my brew club. This is not Mark's brew club. This is our brew club. And you know, be a part of your club. Invest in your club. It's here for you, for sure.
Awesome. Yeah, it's really cool that Mark is in this club because if you could start a Jedi club and Yoda was in it,
Yeah, right.
what else could you ask for?
Yeah. And Mark's I tried his raw IPA yesterday, and he it's good. It's really good. He was concerned that it wasn't as big as an IPA banner should fly.
What do you mean by big?
It was more of a pale ale. He was considering it more of a lighter beer than what he was shooting for. It's really good. I know he went with Nelson hops and something else, and I mean it's so delicate on the palate. It's really good.
This is like my first day around any kind of brewing anything. So it's kind of awesome to just see the levels.
It's fun.
Just
I mean,
gravity
it's
and
fun,
water
and
temperature and everything.
And like I was saying, you go back to, you know, how people enjoy cooking, and you know when they get done cooking, they've got this presentation on a plate. I mean, it's the same thing. I mean, you've got a presentation in a glass,
Yeah.
and it came from you. It's got a part of you in it. You know, your mind, your thought process, and your care on how that beer is developed.
It's
love
like
it.
you know what you remember what I told you yesterday when you bought your beer kit. I said, did you watch what's that movie with Tom Hanks where he's stranded on the island?
Castaway.
You know how he was doing when he finally got the fire, and he was like, "Look what I have created!
Yes.
Fire!" That's how you feel when you make your first beer.
Right.
You're like, "Look what I have created! I have fathered this wonderful liquid."
We made a lot of bad beers before we finally buckled down and got everything.
Wait, there's such thing as a bad beer?
Yes.
You still drank it though, didn't you?
It was gone. It's gone. It's gone. But I'll be the first to tell you, we've dumped bad beer. We've dumped bad beer. We had
When you say bad, just like tastes bad.
it just didn't ferment the way that we wanted it to. It didn't come out. I mean, it was either recipe design a lot a lot of it is recipe design. It's an unfamiliar style. We had a saison that we were really looking forward to, and I didn't do it the way that it needed to be done in recipe development. So if your recipe's not sound, your beer's not going to be. Wow. And we tried to like it, but we couldn't, and it went down the ditch.
All right, Anthony just walked back in from doing some stuff and gave us a thumbs up. What does that mean?
We got wort.
We got wort.
We got
It's good to have that.
10 gallons.
It's better to have beer.
Like 9 gallons of. I don't like saying wort. I like wort. Wort. I don't know how they. I don't say it like you're supposed to.
Unborn beer.
Yeah. It's sugar water.
Yeah.
Tea. Congratulations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm excited to try this.
I think we should wrap this up and do a shot in celebration.
Absolutely.
It's a celebration. We're definitely glad to have you on the show finally. We've been talking about this for a while.
Yeah. I've been really looking forward
to it. If you go to the local homebrew store, you're destined to run into like-minded individuals.
I couldn't agree more.
Yeah.
If you're there more than once a week, you're liable to bump into me.
Yeah.
That's how this happened, basically.
Yeah. We ran into you at Trost and Prost.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
So do you guys have a link, like, to?
Not yet. We're one of the offices that we're going to vote on is a social media officer, and that may piggyback into a events coordinator, somebody that can set us up like a Twitter and an Instagram profile and get a really good Facebook presence that's a little bit more open. We'll probably keep the Heathen thread just for members.
Yeah.
But we'll have a separate page that's dedicated to your brew day, your brewing activity. If you're bottling, if you're kegging, if you got a good story about how a beer shit the bed, tell us about it. I mean, everybody loves to hear a beer story, especially us knuckleheads.
Yep, for real. We're true beer nerds.
This is true.
All right, well, thanks again for coming on the show.
Yes,
We've had a blasty blast, and
Yes,
I think we should wrap this up, finish this brew, and do a shot.
We're gonna put a link in the Heathen thread for this podcast. Or?
Absolutely. I'm a shameless self-promoter. You hear that? That's my shameless promotion bell. I didn't start a podcast because I didn't want nobody to listen to it.
Well, I knew that you're putting stuff on your page, but I didn't know if we would upload this to the Heathen.
Oh yeah,
for sure. I'm going to put a link on there. Yeah,
sweet.
I mean, I've been wanting to because we've talked about the club since it started.
Yeah,
on the podcast.
I've been listening,
but I didn't want to be like that guy that like because we talk about a lot lot of other stuff too.
Yeah, we're not a beer podcast,
but this one is all about the brew club. So I'm definitely gonna be all over that. Yeah.
And
I'm gonna drop an elbow.
If you see Kim Coleman, you drag him kicking and screaming to the next meeting.
Yeah, I don't think it'll be that difficult. He doesn't live far from here.
I know. I keep in touch with him about once every 2 weeks or so. He's itching to get out there. He's just he's a one-man show and
he's busy.
He's busy.
I don't know about I can outrun him, but I don't know about dragging him.
He's a big old boy.
He's a big old boy. I love old Kim, man. He's a good dude.
Shout out to the 1817 Brewing Company.
Well.
All right. Let's get let's try to pay the bills and get a word from the sponsors. Shadow Stalkers Paranormal is a non-profit organization, a level-headed team with a knowledgeable background who tries to explain and debunk, not taking things solely as paranormal.
They try to help their clients with an understanding about the paranormal.
Shadow Stalkers Paranormal also gives back to the community by way of sponsorships, such as this one, fundraisers for historical sites and individuals with terminal illnesses.
They strive to make their team better and make a difference.
You can find them on Facebook, facebook.com/ShadowStalkersParanormal 38821. They're ready to believe you. All right, we are back.
I've been here the whole time. I haven't left.
Well, see, for them, it's been about an hour. For us, it's been just a few minutes. It's time travel, man.
I understand.
And we are sipping on a... What was it, Russian?
I think it's a Russian Imperial.
Russian Imperial. Yeah, I think Chris mentioned on the air that he brought with him a couple of bottles of the Quad and the Imperial.
Yeah.
And it was funny because I'm a tattle on you. I was like, hey, when we're doing this outro, we can drink on this Quad that Chris left over here. And you were like, well, you don't have the Quad. I was like, how do you know? He's like, you just like, 'cause I took it with me.
yeah. It's at the house. I'm waiting on probably when I get off work Friday or Sunday.
Pop that bad boy
Sunday, I won't pop it.
You're going to drink that whole thing by yourself? You will be drunk.
I'm going to pop it Sunday.
That's a big bottle.
And I'm going to funnel it Sunday.
I mean, this right here is...
It's pretty stout, yeah. That's why I didn't get as much.
It's good. Cheers.
Yeah, I like it.
It's really good. Yeah, I'm glad that CJ came on the show and hung out with us, had a really good time. The beer that we were brewing during that podcast, we can now talk about because it's not done, but it's done brewing. It's now fermenting, and you've been sending us through Voxer some video and pictures, and I really like when you do that. By the way,
the pictures.
It's sort of like having a baby monitor.
Oh, really?
Checking on your kids.
I didn't know if y'all was like getting annoyed with it or.
Dude, I was thinking about setting up a live feed. Like I can put together like a little thing that's got a little camera, and we can watch it all the time.
I didn't know if y'all was digging that or not.
I'm totally into that. I like seeing the progress of our labor.
I had a.
It's like you go check on your garden every day when you're growing stuff. Even if you know it's fine.
Oh yeah.
You're always gonna go out there and look at it. Like, look at that. I agree with that. You see them tomatoes? I agree with them tomatoes.
I'm trying to pull up a chart right now. That's why I'm not talking. Where I can talk about it.
Do you grow anything?
I've always said I'm gonna try to grow this or I'm gonna try to grow that. I got some garlic that's pretty healthy right now.
Yeah, I mean, I like garlic.
And I've grew some basil before, but I'm not really a big grower.
You know what got me into gardening? Is I got pissed off. I bought some tomatoes one time, and they were like $6.
Yeah.
What? And they sucked.
Oh yeah, they have no flavor at all.
They sucked, and I'm like, no. If I put seeds in the ground, my yard will give me these for free.
For free, yeah.
Like, here you go, buddy. I'm your yard. I'm giving you stuff to eat. You don't owe me anything. Just cut my grass every now and then.
But we eat vegetables, but the vegetables we eat a lot of are not summer growing vegetables. That's our problem. Except for the occasion when we eat zucchini. You know, me and Laura's got that stuffed zucchini recipe that she does.
Zucchini is very easy.
Yeah,
like it's very low
easy to
maintenance.
grow. But that's
it's like cucumbers.
I mean, we would use those. But I like spinach. I like stuff like that. Cabbage, because I like sauerkraut, and I like to make my own sauerkraut. I don't like to. I would like to, because I haven't made that yet.
Well, I think cabbage falls under the category of, because there's some things you can grow. People around here do what's called a late garden.
Right, that's the late garden thing.
I know that broccoli, cauliflower, and I think cabbage, and maybe one or two other things, they will actually survive. Strawberries will survive past the first frost.
And I think an asparagus is like, I don't know, building a pyramid, growing it, because it's like a process. Like, and I say this tongue in cheek, you have to have aliens to help you grow asparagus. Not because I think they made it, just because I've looked into growing asparagus, and it is a chore to grow asparagus.
Yeah, see, I like low maintenance stuff.
Right.
Because I can't just hover over my garden 24/7.
Right. I've actually seriously looked into it. I'm still thinking about doing it. About all the brewer grains we use, we've always, it seems like I'm throwing something away I can use. Because, if we start brewing more, we're going to have more of it. But that is also a good medium for mushroom gardening, growing your own mushrooms.
I'd be scared of that, though. You get the wrong mushroom.
Well, you order. You don't like
you
go.
Might think you're an alligator the rest of your life.
You don't go pick them out of a field.
Leave me alone. I'm an orange.
You can, but you can order the spores in a little injection thing. You order them and they come in, and you take your.
Did you hear about the mushroom that walked into the bar? The bartender said, "We don't serve your kind here." He said, "Come on, I'm a fun guy." A fun guy.
I got it.
A fun guy, Anthony. Is this thing on? Okay, so, tell me about how the beer's doing. Well, you've already told me, but tell them.
All right, this is what.
Basically, give them the Voxer update that you've given me. Repeat all that.
From what we were shooting for a barley wine on the first runnings of this big, huge grain bill, and a decent pale ale on the second runnings of this. We got the barley wine. That's what we got. The pale ale
and by we got it. You got the numbers.
I got the numbers I was looking for, and I
spot on or
probably a little more.
The thing
is good. The thing that
means it'll have more alcohol.
Have more alcohol, but when you're at 10, I mean, you're talking about 9 to 11, from 10
We're carbonating our whiskey
to 10 and a half. The only thing that's off that I can see is the color. It's a whole lot darker than I expected. Like I don't want to get into like beer technical terms because I know there's not a beer people.
This is a beer cast. This whole podcast is about beer.
The color of it, this SRM, is supposed to be 22, and I'm looking at it like it's above that. I don't know if it's 26, 27, but I'm hoping. I'm looking maybe after. I don't know a lot about it. I'm still new at this myself. So maybe after it ferments out over the long process of fermenting, it will get that, because I don't want it to be too caramelly and blah, all that kind of stuff. But yeah, we hit our numbers on the barley wine, and that was the goal, to get a good barley wine. The pale
this is going to be a long 6 months.
Oh, the pale ale is going to be.
I want to try that.
Well,
so bad.
It won't be 6 months. We're gonna keg it, and we're gonna have. We might not be able to bottle as much as I wanted to begin with, and I'll get into that in a minute. But we'll bottle some. We'll bottle a couple of 22-ounce bottles, and we'll have them stuck back. For the idea was
they save these that Chris brought.
Yeah,
up.
absolutely.
You don't want them
back. The idea was to bottle some and save those for a long period of time, and set the keg back for 6 months, and then we'll drink it. But we'll drink a couple of the ones we bottled early, just to see what it tastes like now. But what we'll probably end up doing is we'll probably drink the bottle ones. We'll split a 22-ounce bottle just to taste it and see what it does, and we'll have the keg for 6 months, and we'll have another 22-ounce, maybe two more.
Okay, so you're kind of doing the opposite of what I expected.
Exactly.
You're going to age the keg. I thought we would bottle a bunch and age that.
Right. I'm going to set the keg ain't coming over here for 6 months.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm actually considering cask conditioning in the keg, just using some sugar in the keg and conditioning in the keg. I'm considering doing that. No forced carbonization. Carbonation. No forced carbonation. Carbonization is another word that talks about.
That's 5 syllables. Podcast over. Roll the music.
It was a fake word. It don't count.
Don't count.
Well, this is Russian Imperial style. We'll put fake words in your mouth.
I'm telling you, man.
But
if you want to get there quick,
I haven't done, and then hopefully by the time that we'll have the next homebrew club meeting, and I'm going to talk about maybe some natural conditioning in the keg instead of a forced carbonation, to see what their opinion on it is, and see if that's possible for me to do.
My fear would be, just in us carbonating here, is that if it's already carbonated, I don't know. We've never done that. But
we've never done it.
You're still gonna have to put some pressure in it to get it up the lines. But
just very little though.
Very little.
Very little.
Like 3 or 4.
But you might. I don't know. We might have just like a little party line or whatever, and do it if we wanted to. But if we put in there,
I've got an old school.
If we put
keg,
but if we're not going to over carbonate it, if it's already carbonated, and if we vent the keg like we're supposed to, or whatever, and we hook it up,
that's where we've been messing up.
If we hook it up with the minimum amount of pressure, we'll we'll be all right. I've considered the question I have is in a whole other ballpark.
Well, I'm hoping. The good news is, if you over carbonate your beer, it's not ruined.
No,
you can back it off.
You can back it off.
If it's not carbonated enough, it's not ruined. at that point, it's just a matter of adjusting.
But
from the experience I've had
Right.
with all these, anyway.
the second running is going to be a decent beer. I was hoping I would get the gravity points I was wanting for a good pale ale, and I probably would have. But
But bear in mind, not to interrupt you, we didn't use any of the backup malts.
No, we did not. No, we did not use that, and I didn't do anything. And it got hectic toward the end.
You almost didn't have to. You got close.
Right.
Close enough.
And the problem was, and
Y'all gonna let him
all right, what I'm saying is we're going to do this beer again, and with a different math. Well, actually, we'll just put different variables in. We tried out a new burner, and
You can hear it through the whole podcast. When somebody opens the door, you can hear it.
we tried a new burner
like a plane
that was
taking off.
very, very, very successful in boiling water, and it boiled off a little bit more quantity.
Well, we've been using a turkey cooker, which this
Right.
is too.
But it's a
it's
jet.
got two-
It's a jet burner instead of like a little.
Yeah. We would have to, if we wanted to boil water on mine by a turkey cooker. It took a while. That son of a gun. You just got to worry about boiling all your water out.
Yeah, we almost boiled. We boiled too much out on that on the
Yeah, it was the Angel's Cut.
on the pale ale. We boiled too much out, and instead of having a short batch, I topped it off and brought down the gravity, and that's what brought us down.
But your numbers aren't that bad.
But they're not that bad. I was looking for around a 1050, and I got a 1042. So that's what I was looking at. But it throws the hops off. I mean, I tasted it today, and the color of it today, and it looks like some kind of a, I don't know, half-ass hybrid of a New England style IPA. And I'm hoping that's what it is.
Looks like or tastes like?
It tastes like. It's got a hoppy bitterness to it, but it comes on the, I don't know, it's weird. If you'd have to know about New England style IPAs to understand, the Ghost in the Machine is a New England style IPA. It's not all up in your face like a regular IPA.
Yeah, I just had one of those. That same day we brewed that night.
Right. But it's a different style of IPA that's not as aggressive, I guess. It's more a bitterness. It's more of a hop smell than a taste.
Yeah.
And that's where I'm getting. And I changed I dry hopped it today, and I changed the dry hops on it to different. I was going to make we got all these half packs of, and half an ounce of this and a quarter ounce of this of hops we've used over the time. And I was supposed to put 2 ounces of Cascade in today, and instead I dialed it back to 1 ounce of Cascade, and I used some lesser bittering stuff we had. And I can't even remember what it is. I think it was a Glacier and a one that was more bittering. But so I dumped that in there instead.
But what if we want to? What if this is so good we want to replicate?
I kept the pack.
Precisely.
I kept the pack. I kept the package, and I wrote it down in my little notes.
You wrote on there.
Yeah.
I put 4 of these pellets in there.
4 pellets. I have a scale now, Hoss. Ain't no more counting pellets though.
Now what do we got here?
But I didn't. The problem I had, I pitched the pale ale Sunday, like the next day.
You pitched the pale.
Pitched the pale Sunday. Pitched the yeast because we don't have a wort chiller, so I usually just wait on the next day. I put it in the refrigerator. I set it off there.
Fine.
I just wait the next day. They do it like the Australian way. That's how they do it in Australia. They put it in a container and wait the next day.
Just in Australia, huh?
Well, it's really hot over there, so
nothing's gonna cool.
Nothing's cooling it off. But and dumb me, I didn't want to tie up my another fermenter, I didn't want to have to. It would have been a juggling act if I'd have put both the beers in fermenters to transport them home. So I put one in the water cooler, and I put them in my refrigerator outside. That was already set.
Water cooler.
That the orange water cooler that I got.
Oh, that Gatorade cooler.
The Gatorade cooler.
Yeah. Okay.
I put one in the fermenter and one in the Gatorade cooler, and I set them off and I brought them home. And I put them in my refrigerator that was already set for the fermentation temperature because I wanted to get.
It's not a refrigerator.
Oh, the fermentation chamber. I realized I listened to the last podcast and I call it a fermenter, and everybody's thinking this dude's got a refrigerator looks like a bucket, but it's a fermentation chamber.
I like that.
Yeah. So I put them in there and I went to work and I worked like 9 hours and I come back home. Of course, the bucket was ready to go, but the other one was in a cooler, so it was still 100 degrees, which is a very efficient cooler. I know my cooler's efficient at keeping heat. So
too efficient for
So I transferred it to I put it in a glass carboy because it was taller and I wanted headspace on a 100. I think it was 101 on gravity. So I wanted a lot of headspace because I was scared it was going to blow out, and I didn't have the means to set up a blow off tube. So I got it transferred and it cooled down, and I pitched it with a yeast starter that I had Tuesday when I got home from work. And by the end of Wednesday,
that video you sent today,
I was crossing my fingers it was going to blow out.
It was rolling.
Yeah. That was a video from last night. The one you got today was one from last night about 9 o'clock. And it looked like...
It was cutting up.
Yeah. It looked like
there's a party going on
yeah.
in the fermentation chamber.
It was moving.
Yeah, that's awesome.
But
that activity means...
But yeah, it's great. I mean, I got the pale ale inside because it's just, just stick it in the corner. I got a more controlled temperature on the barley wine. So when I open my refrigerator, my carport smells like a fart. It stinks. It smells horrible. But yeah, I don't know about fermenting beer. It just don't smell good.
No, it don't.
Making it, boiling it.
It's like I've said on here before. It's one of those things like when you roast your own coffee grains, you expect that to smell great. Nope. It smells horrible. It smells like burnt, wet grass.
Oh.
You took another sip of that?
Well, I took a pull. It was like 2 swallows, and I was
Don't make that noise without explaining to everybody.
I was going to knock it out.
Because they can't see you.
There was too much left for me to chug the rest of it. It's got some...
When are we going to do a quad or a triple? Because, man, I'm really into that. Hearing him talk about that.
Yeah.
Especially considering, like... I'm learning more about yeast now, and he was talking about how putting it in a jar and it separates.
Yeah,
I'm like, dude, I want to do that.
It's insane how many different yeast strands there are that have different flavors.
But if we kept jars of yeast laying around,
no,
yes,
no,
yes,
no. My wife is only so tolerant for me to have. I already have 2 refrigerators dedicated to beer at my house, so
we can find places to keep it.
Yeah.
I've been an attic,
but it's something to get into.
But it's like he said on here. We were talking about last episode how efficient we've gotten and we're continuing to get with our brewing, and I think that's the next step is reusing yeast and stuff like that. Of course, growing the hops out here ain't gonna hurt at all.
With reusing the yeast as far as harvesting our own, it's further down the road. Now, planning our batches where we dump our wort on a just keg beer, that's a possibility. Like we would make a beer, like say that amber lager we done. We would brew that beer, and when we kegged it, we'd have our yeast keg, the tube at the bottom of it. I think Mark said he went right behind it with his Oktoberfest, right on top of it. He would brew his Oktoberfest, cool it, keg it, dump it on that yeast keg tube at the bottom, and go with it, and it would kick it back up.
So when you dump on top of another cake like that, you're getting the bad stuff too. You're getting
There's not any bad stuff.
The bad yeast.
There's no bad yeast.
It's not that it's bad, but it's this not dead. But well, yeah, the spent.
It's not dead. It's asleep. He wakes it up. Yeah.
But there's a reason you need to rack off.
Well, what?
And you're racking in instead of racking
I've listened to Brewlosophy.
I've
listened to Brewlosophy on that, and they.
So it's a racket.
Yeah. Yeah, but
This is where my lack of knowledge comes in.
That's the thing is, you have a already fermented beer that has no sugar left in it. It's just your beer, and you're aging it on top of a yeast cake. I think it's different than putting a brand new wort with all this sugar goodness on top of a yeast cake.
Okay.
I guess that's the difference.
I get confused because it seems like at some point you're trying to separate from that, but then sometimes you're combining with that.
I've completely been lazy and never done a secondary on some of our beers. Just completely went primary, fermented, and pitched it right off top of the yeast cake into the keg and put it over here and done it.
Yeah.
No secondary.
So is that our next thing we should do?
What, secondary?
Yeah.
I've done some. I started off doing some secondary. And then I realized nobody could tell the difference when I did or didn't. It just depends on how much of, like this one I'll do a secondary because it's going to be so long to ferment. But the other ones, no.
I see what you're saying as far as secondary is you're re-racking it.
Yeah, the coffee stout, I done a secondary because I poured it off to put the coffee and the cocoa nibs in. But the milk stout, I didn't do a secondary.
I was pouring off the last little bit of this Russian Imperial.
Yeah.
And I remembered whenever I opened it, because I wanted it to be basically room temperature, but I put it in the refrigerator for 45 minutes just to get a little chill on it. And when I opened it, man, it was like a geyser. Because it had been hot, and then I put it in the refrigerator for a little bit. And I put my hand over it to stop it from spewing. And you were like, hey, just put it in this pot right here. Just let it. I was like, I'm not trying to stop it from making a mess. I'm trying to stop from wasting beer. I don't care if I make a mess. I just don't want to waste. I don't want to waste alcohol.
Yeah, but back on what the beer. That's the thing. I was telling Chris. I don't know if I said it on the podcast last time or not. I used to be okay. What do I want to drink? That's what I want to make. Now, I'm not there. Now I want to make
cool stuff.
I want to make cool stuff.
Let's see what
I just want to make something and see what it tastes like it's supposed to taste like. Like I'm not a fan of a Belgian wit, but I want to make one. I want to make one and see if I can get the coriander where it's palatable.
Coriander is not palatable.
I think it is if you get the ratio right to everything else.
Here's the ratio.
None.
0.
I think there's some needed to get what you want. I think there's some needed. But I'm like you, I'm not a fan of it. But
I've never liked the coriander flavor. Not a big coriander guy.
Yeah.
I heard CJ on here talking about you know how I'm going back and forth.
That way everybody knows who we're talking about.
Yeah, it's like they're gonna be like, which one was CJ and which one was Chris?
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know, man. You tell me.
One of them had a beard and the other guy had facial hair.
One of them was wearing flip flops and the other ones had on sandals.
Yeah, that was it.
So he was talking about the Robo Brew, and I've never even researched that or like I knew they existed, but I didn't really know even what they were. So I started looking it up, and I'm like, man, why are we doing it the moonshiner way? Because correct me where I get wrong here. You put all your water that you're going to use in the Robo Brew. You bring it up to temp in the Robo Brew, and it's electric. Then you dump your grains in there on top of the water.
Yeah.
Then it's your mash tun too. You run it back out.
Yeah.
I mean, it does everything.
I don't know. I've watched a couple of videos on. I think a grain father is similar to. I think it's the same thing basically. It's a different brand name, but I don't know. I like the.
You like the moonshine method?
It's like.
You feel like
I don't use a random roller app for dice on my phone when I play D&D. I want to
Yeah, because you're the guy that got pissed when I had a laptop sitting out while we were playing D&D.
That's not even like that's not what you're supposed to do.
But I was using it because I had the books, the manuals, like a PDF.
You need 4 backpacks, 3 notebooks, and 4 bags of dice when you play D&D.
So you like you like the old school method?
I like to just I have no problem. Well, on the beer thing, I'm talking about D&D beer thing. I have no idea. I've never used it. It would probably be great. But I would like to.
Sounds like it.
I want to see one done. And Chris invited us to brew with him in his next brew day, and I think that'll be fun.
And if we're going to start brewing more often, you know, it's like that's the next progression.
Yeah. I think it's time for you and Kelly to do y'all's first all grain solo.
I can.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna say it's gonna be good, but
hey,
I'll do it.
You can get you drunk. Pig said he'll do it all by himself.
But yeah, and I was under the impression that those Robo Brews were like really expensive. They're actually not that bad.
They're affordable.
Yeah.
They're,
I don't edit him out anymore.
He thinks you put a bone out.
Does he?
Yeah, look.
I never put bones out. He don't know what day of the week it is. What it is.
He's looking for one.
What were we just talking about before I said that? I got a buzz.
I done it again.
Oops, I did it again.
Yep. Mark's drunk. Mark's drunk.
What were we just talking about?
Robo Brew being affordable.
And then you were like, yeah, and then what?
Pig made noise and threw me off. There it is in the podcast when we get drunk and don't know what we're talking about. Radio edit. Yeah. Yeah, I have no idea.
So how do you feel overall about the beer? The barley wine and the second.
I was nervous for nothing because it all went basically smooth. I'm actually impressed with the little crazy $5 mash tun I got.
Yeah.
It actually worked too good, I think.
It worked great.
It was more efficient than I thought it would be. So my second runnings didn't get the points I thought it would get. But it done great. So we have a mash tun now that works. We know that. Everything worked out fine. The only thing that was off was us using the burner that we wasn't familiar with. And
because you burned off too much.
Had we used the burner we originally used, we would have been here till 10 o'clock at night. But we'd have had the exact amount of work we wanted at the right gravity points and everything. So, that's it. So next time we'll plan for that.
I watched The Accountant.
No, you didn't.
I did.
Did you really?
Yeah.
I asked you before the podcast. You said you didn't watch it.
Because I knew if I told you, I would just start talking about it then.
Oh,
and I wanted
okay.
to wait till now.
I almost left when you said you didn't watch it. It's like, fine, you ain't my friend no more.
No, I lied to you.
You lied. So we're not friends then. What'd you think of The Accountant?
It was great.
That's the role that made him the Punisher.
And, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I knew, which I don't mind. We don't have to yell spoiler alert. That movie's been out how long?
It's been out for a while.
I mean, a while.
Oh, yeah. Now, I don't know why it took you this long to watch it.
I don't know.
You're thinking that same thing, too, ain't you?
No, it's not that I didn't look at it and go, I'm not watching that shit. It's just
You never got around to watching
never got around to watching it. And I'm glad I did. But I was expecting a twist the whole time. I was like, this movie just reeks of twist. But they still caught me off guard.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. They twisted my twister.
Twisted past your twist.
They twisted my twister.
What did they twist you on?
The relationship. The siblings.
Yeah, the siblings.
You see how I can do that spoilery, but still kind of spoiler free?
I figured that out, but the end of it, his little helper, I did not catch.
Yeah.
And that was pretty good.
Well, there was a point I figured the other out.
Yeah.
But I didn't call it right off.
Yeah.
It took me a minute, and then I was like, and then I was like, oh.
No.
And then I was like, oh.
Yeah.
It's a good movie though. It's really good. I don't know why it didn't get more.
I don't either.
There's some movies that come out and
just
you're like,
don't get the publicity.
Why was this not critically acclaimed? Like,
Yeah, because that was a really, really good.
It's like you spent the money to make a movie. Why isn't it up there with like I don't know.
I don't know.
Whatever's the
because it had good actors in it. I mean, it had
A-listers.
So I don't know why it didn't get the. I mean, just
it's like they spent all their money getting the actors, and they couldn't spend any more on advertising.
Yeah, but I thought it was
like,
great.
we print out a few flyers, guys, but there's no way we're doing commercials.
Yeah,
or trailers. Oh, I haven't even looked at my notes yet.
We don't need no stinking notes.
I think we've covered everything, but let me look.
I have noticed that none of our listeners anyway, want to join our clan on Clash of Clans.
We don't talk about it a lot. Y'all join our clan, Clash of Clans. You know what's funny? One of these things in my notes was for the intro.
Oh, what was it supposed to be?
I was going to apologize for all the background noise.
Yeah, I imagine it was pretty loud. I don't even remember. Not that I was just running around so much.
It seemed like this brew day went excuse me, faster / smoother.
It did because it did. I mean,
we were able to boil water faster because we used a better boiler.
Yeah, we got water.
We had more people over here helping.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're more experienced now.
We know what we're doing now to a certain extent. We're still just throwing. We're still basically just throwing stuff at the wall, see if it sticks. But
I mean, dude, our brew days used to be long.
Oh yeah, they were long. Well, yeah, we started at 12 right on the nose, and we got done right at 7 on 2 batches, on 2 separate.
7 at night?
Yeah, it was 7 o'clock. Yes, it was.
Are you sure?
I'm positive. Yeah.
Because it was daylight.
Well, it's daylight now at 7 o'clock. And that's 2 boils. We done 2 boils.
I don't think it was 7 o'clock.
Oh, it was 7 o'clock. Around 6:45, somewhere around in there.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It didn't feel like it.
Yeah, because I was.
It felt like it went fast. Maybe I was just having fun.
Yeah. That's still fast though. I mean, normally we're at 6 hours on one batch, just one batch of beer.
Yeah, but there's some people that brew beer in like 2 or 3 hours. Not counting it cool down to pitch the yeast, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
To get the water to temp, to get the grains in there.
Yeah.
Get your.
Since we've started, we normally been setting aside 6 hours to brew a batch of beer.
I think we can cut that down.
It's just waiting on water.
I think the Robo Brewer would cut it down a lot.
It's just waiting on water to boil. That one cuts it down. Just imagine if we'd done one batch, would have been done. We done an hour boil on the pale ale, and we just done a rinse for like 30 minutes. So that was an hour and a half. Say another 30 minutes would have been done by 4:35. Would have been like 4.5 hours in on a brew day for a barley wine. But we done 2 batches that yeah. Now 2 mashes like we done that one day that was horrible. But we can do that. I think one day we'll be able to do that again. Once we get 2 burners going and we have 2 people who know exactly what's going on.
Yeah.
So one can watch one can watch the other. And I think we have no problem.
I'd almost feel good doing that now.
Yeah, I mean, I think you've seen. You don't. I mean, you're the guard in Breaking Bad when dude couldn't make the meth and he went over and made the meth. He didn't know what he was doing, but he made the meth. You know what I'm talking about, don't you?
I'm glad you said Breaking Bad, but why did you say garden?
When the guard, remember when the guy who was watching him, who was in prisoner down there, and Mr. White was out, and he said he wasn't making the meth, so the other guy went over and made it because he'd been watching him so long. He didn't know what he was doing, but he done it. I think you're there now. You're like the guard now.
I've osmosized enough information. Is that a word?
Yeah, you absorbed.
Yeah, you got it.
Through osmosis.
Yeah, I've osmosized enough information to where I'm good. As long as I know what temperature and
yeah,
all that stuff.
I always, we use copycat, so we don't have to come up with that on our own. We just steal somebody else's work.
Yeah. All right. Well, I guess we need to wrap it up. There was something else you want to talk to me about. Did you want to do that on the air? Like, what?
What was it? I don't
This
remember.
weird thing you said I was going to cry about.
Oh, that was the Iron Maiden.
Oh, it was on the same night as a con we wanted to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to figure that out.
Let me know what you figure out.
That's the downside of having an interesting life.
Right.
Because you have to make decisions. Do I do this awesome thing or this awesome thing?
I would say the con would be fine if we could just do the con, but I would say the Iron Maiden concert would be fine if we could just do the Iron Maiden. But yeah. Either way, you gotta do your little thing. You can't do it.
It's been a long week.
Yeah.
I'm glad it's almost over.
I don't know. I'm dreading going back to work because I know Sunday I'm going to find out when I have to go back to work on my day off.
Oh.
So they're going to tell me Sunday that I have to work Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. And if it's Saturday or Sunday, it's going to be night shift, which is going to not make me happy. But I'll eat that sandwich with a smile and go to work because I got a job.
Yep.
So.
What kind of sandwich? That kind of makes you grin.
Yeah, that kind of makes you grin. Yeah, you got something in your teeth.
I've ate a few of those sandwiches.
You got something in your teeth.
I know exactly what you're
it.
talking about. I've eaten a few of those. What really sucks is when they give you that sandwich that you're referring to without the bread.
Without the bread. So here's a spoonful.
And it's steaming.
Well, if that will be if I get hit for Saturday night, mandatory overtime.
Oh. Yeah. Hey, everybody. Don't forget to call us, 662-305-9783, to win tickets to Tupelo Con.
Ooh, yeah. Do that.
Thanks for listening to Real Pop Culture, episode 111. Episode 111. We've been broadcasting live from High Top, the first and only floor of the Killj headquarters at the Killj Ranch. Love you, bye.
See you later, bye.
Thank you for that.
Real pop culture.
Those new band shirts look awesome. Where did you get those done?
At Anarchy Design.
They do screen printing now?
Oh yeah, they do professional custom screen printing at a very competitive rate.
Well, where can I find them?
Look them up on Facebook, facebook.com/anarchydesign69, or email them at anarchydesign69@gmail.com. You can check out some of their work on their Facebook page. When you're ready to order, you can send them your idea, or they can design it for you. It's a one-stop shop for all your screen printing needs. That's anarchydesign69@gmail.com. It's a one-stop shop for all your screen printing needs. That's anarchydesign69@gmail.com.